from us. And I want you, we can bring it on the floor. Never danced like this before. We don't talk about it, dance on.
Hey guys, what's cracking? We're back. Sorry that I didn't get this video out yesterday. I was super busy, honestly. But I am getting it today. Today we're going to be doing a type analysis of the normal type. Normal types are pretty common, but they are influential. The normal type is definitely an influential type, so let's get right into it. Looking at its history, it's previous to the physical special split of the Generation 4, all normal types were physical. This is actually the first type in this series where I got to say all the attacks were normal previous to the split. Because before, fire, water, electric, grass, and everything, they were all special. That's kind of exciting, isn't it? 97 normal types in all Pokemon, making it 13.2%. This makes it the second most common type, second to the water. Normal type is actually the only type of group to ever have lost Pokemon. And these are fairy types along the Clefable, Gramble, and Togekiss lines. Clefable being Clefairy, Clefable, Gramble being Snubble, and Togepi, Togetic, and Togekiss. That's a pretty cool fact, I thought. Looking at its stats, you're definitely going to see some pretty solid bulk, honestly. Maybe not on the physical side as much, but pretty average all around. Pretty high HP stat, actually, is one thing that normal types are known for. But overall, pretty low stat totals. Normal types aren't a big part of the competitive sphere, to be honest, even with their proliferation. It's just they're so common and they're so generally just forgettable. But if you're looking at its type viability, you are going to have no super effective hits and resisted by rock, steel, and immune to ghost. This is pretty crappy, so I'm going to give it a 3 because, you know, rock and steel and ghost, they're not uncommon types, but it's not a whole lot that like can switch in comfortably to a normal type attack. However, some of these are fairly common, so I gave it a 3. On the defensive side, you're going to have no resistances, and you're going to be weak to fighting, but you're going to have 1 immunity to ghost. So you might not be able to hit ghosts, but ghosts won't be able to hit you back. So I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10 for defensive viability, just because it's pretty average. Not having any weaknesses isn't that bad. Sorry, not having anything hit you super effectively, it's not that bad, actually. It's pretty solid, and only 1 real weakness. So if you are bulky enough, you can definitely be sponging up some hits. Notable trainers, there's going to be Whitney, Norman, the father, Lenore, I think her name is, and Shannara. Alright. Top stats. Alright, so first of all, we've got Blissey, the pink blob. Even though Blissey was surpassed by Chansey, Blissey does still have the top HP stat in all of Pokemon, let alone all of the normal types, with a whopping 255 HP. Next up, we have Slacking. Slacking has the top attack stat, but unfortunately doesn't get to use it as well as it could, thanks to its ability, Truant. But it does have an 160 attack stat. Mega Audino comes in with the top defense stat with 126, which isn't that great, but is a solid bulky stat. Meloetta comes in with the top special attack with 128, which is a very prominent special attack stat. Not fantastic, but not bad by any means. Blissey also has the top special defense stat with 135, and again, Blissey is a very, very, very solid special wall. And this is really brought out by its stats. And then finally, in the top speed stat, we have Lopunny with a pretty impressive 135 speed stat. Looking at the top moves, there are a lot of moves in this list, so we're going to try to rattle them off quickly. You probably know what most of them do, but these moves are... The thing about normal type moves is pretty much everybody learns a lot of these moves. Like, a lot of these aren't used exclusively by normal type Pokemon. Those are going to be Swords Dance, Boom Burst. Boom Burst being actually probably arguably the best move in the game. As least a best offensive move in the game, with 140 base power and no drawbacks and pretty solid PB. Boom Burst has very crappy distribution, but the distribution that it does have is pretty staple on those sets. It's a fantastic move. Yeah. Return and Frustration are, we have Baton Pass, Protect, Belly Drum, Endeavor, Facade, Fake Out, Recover Soft Boiled, Wish, and Shell Smash. All of these moves are normal type moves, so you're going to notice that like a lot of Pokemon, like Shell Smash is pretty common among water type sweepers, or rock type sweepers. Wish is really common among fairy types, along with soft boiled. Facades really used a lot with like a lot of fighting type Pokemon. Endeavor used by everybody. Belly Drum notable users are really not often normal types. Azumarill coming to mind. Hariyama coming to mind. Protect is used by literally everybody. Baton Pass again used by literally everybody. Return is a lot of times used by Pokemon that have access to some kind of aerolate, pixelate, something like that. So again, you're gonna see like a lot of these aren't just used by normal types actually, which is cool. Looking at the top competitive mons, there's not a whole lot, as I was saying earlier, but we're going to have Megalopony probably being the most competitively viable normal type Pokemon, along with Chansey being up there as well. These are the two normal type Pokemon in the OU tier, one being a really prominent threat on offense and one being another very prominent threat on stall. Staraptor is a fearsome wall breaker or revenge killer, depending on what you run. One thing I want to mention is that Staraptor actually has the third strongest attack in the game. Something I recently found out in the OU tier. This being Choice Banded, Reckless Staraptors, Brave Bird, or Double Edge is actually one of the strongest attacks in the tier that can be dished out. Second only to Kyurem Black Choice Band Outrage and Victini Choice Band V-Create. We have Diggersby, who utilizes huge power to have some monstrous attacking prominence, along with a pretty great dual typing. Earthquake and ground type in general, hitting rock and steel types, so really great stab coverage. Oh geez, what am I doing? And finally we have Mega Pidgeot. Mega Pidgeot being a normal flying type. Pidgeot itself wasn't a very good Pokemon, but Mega Pidgeot can spam with no guard, spam super powerful hurricanes. You're going to find that's going to be super effective, along with very good speed stat and not even the worst bulk. Finally, in Legendaries, we're going to have, or I don't know if this is finally, oh no, Legendaries, we're going to have Arceus, the god Pokemon, created all Pokemon, I guess. Regigigas, the leader of the three golems, Regirock, Regiice, Registeel. Regigigas is the leader of them, but also kind of the loser. I think going back to Arceus, Arceus is actually maybe the most competitively viable Pokemon in the game. Almost primarily because of its E-Killer set, although other sets, including Ground type to check Primal Groudon, there's a lot of other sets that are viable, but it runs very great offensive and supportive roles. Arceus is just a monster in the Ubers tier. We got the monster that is Regigigas, but the unfortunate monster who, thanks to slow start, has a very hard time getting started. That was obvious. And Meloetta finally is the Pokemon of music. Meloetta isn't super great, but definitely usable in the tier that it's in it very well. But not as much in the higher tiers. Abilities, I'm going to kind of keep this list short here, just because normal types learn a wide array of abilities, and there's not really any abilities that are associated exclusively with the normal type. I'm going to go with Normalize. All moves are normal type, which isn't super useful at all, actually. And then Scrappy, which is a lot more useful, is this Pokemon can hit ghost types with normal fighting moves. The most notable users probably being Scrafty, but more so Megalopony, along with Kangaskhan regular, and Exploud is actually pretty good. Alright, so that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. As always, like, comment, subscribe. It's much appreciated. And tell me what type you guys want to see next week. From this point, I'm pretty much open to doing whatever people want me to do. I'm thinking I'm going to do flying type unless somebody asks me to do something else. So yeah, just let me know. Peace out.